Well, hello there. Nice to see you. Look who decided to join in for the stream. Well, all I can say is congratulations. You have taken the first step towards growing yourself as a chess player. The first step is the hardest step, and you have taken it. So give yourselves a pat on the back for this. You're going to learn a lot in this lesson. So, what do we have? We got some kind of an opening. It's a positional opening because both sides are fianchettoed and castled. It's going to be a middle game struggle. There's going to be a few pawns in the center and a safe position for both. Because it's a safe position for both sides, you're going to have to make sure you play pretty quick. It might be a closed game, and in a closed game, time is very important. Let's just make the most natural developing move we can. No special reason why. But now we got to start thinking, what do we want to do with this bishop? Do we want to bring him here on this diagonal? Can he do this? Not quite yet, but after he moves rook there, then yes. Let's play it anyway, because we do have this move in our bag if needed. He hasn't gone with that. He's going for a queenside expansion approach, which is exciting. It's exciting, but it's also a little bit wobbly wobbly, isn't it? Because this knight is now a loose piece. And is there any effective way for us to exploit that? Not that I can see. And we don't want to put our knight offside. He's pretty good here. So let's just create some hidden threats. And let's be patient. Let's see if he wants to commit to a move like this. Which is not too bad, to be honest. Okay, he decides to get his knight out of harm's way. And maybe put it on this juicy little outpost, but we're going to take that away preemptively. And now we're going to claim that this knight is offside. He's not in the game, and hence I have more reason to attack on this side of the board. Because you see this knight earlier, he was controlling some squares, but now no longer. So this knight, for example, is more free to gallivant around and do what he wants to do. But I'm going to move my queen up here and start honing in on this side of the board. He's planning this. Should we allow that, or should we suffocate this in? If we suffocate this in, it allows his knight to potentially come in here, but not really. Not really, because I can always push this pawn up, unless he pushes this pawn up right away. Complicated game. Maybe this knight looks really good here, actually. And this knight is a bit more frozen in place. We're playing really down the middle. We have a potential hopping square there. So he's abandoned this idea and he's decided to focus on this. Now, can't we just take this here? I think we can, because this knight is a loose piece, and loose pieces have a tendency to fall. Look, you're becoming an expert already just by remembering the key principles of chess. These knights are holding on to each other. Actually, I'm not so happy with how this turned out. But Queen is offside and the back rank is vulnerable in a major, massive fuck. All right, I've blundered and I'm a major piece down, so we're gonna have to get into Ashwin, the pro mode here. Try to hold this steady in the center. Push his queen around a bit. Try to dislodge this knight. Maybe win the knight even. Who knows? But we do have a threat here, so we are gonna win the knight back, but it might actually make his game a bit easier to play if he trades the queens for it. We might not allow him to trade the queens for it, but we might have to. It's all quite complicated. 1 minute 45 for me and 2 minute 20 for him. So we're down to the end stages of the game here. I'm a piece down, but I'm gonna get some material back, but I'm still gonna be down in a pretty significant way. So my strategy will be to keep pieces on the board and make the complexity of the game high, and maybe try to win this pawn and use some pawn related masala to complicate the game. He's playing slowly in a critical situation, of course, the tactical position, and he's kind of fucked up here, so he's frozen. He's frozen. He's like, uh, uh. But yeah, amateurs, they can lose the plot easily. Yeah, he's gonna lose the game on time and material because look at it. Look at his position. He is 2 points up, but where are his positional trumps? They don't exist. And he's given away a knight. This is not something someone to learn from. Okay, let's just put that out there for all the students watching who thought that, oh, well, this guy seems to be winning, so maybe he's the pro. He's not. I'm the pro here. Okay, learn from me. Let's see. So we got a minute left, and what is our key? It's a totally even position actually, but we have the bishop pair, and he's got an ugly knight. So we probably want to just see if he blocks his own king in a bit. And we should attack here because we're attacking 2 pawns in one stroke. Bird in the bush equals two in hand, right? Some saying like that you have heard, obviously. Now we get the king active. Active king is super important in any middle game, and this is a way to handle the bishop versus knight. Keep them at 2 pawns distance, uh, dominating the knight on both sides of the board. So this knight cannot go anywhere on this side. Now he's reorganizing. That's fine. That's fine. He has every right to do that. And we don't need to adjust this bishop just yet. We will take a pawn. We have to be careful about this. Now we come here to again dominate the knight. And maybe throw in the bishop there. This does allow him to trade bishops, which is probably going to serve his advantage. But okay, we got to play fast. We got to play fast. Speed is the key right now. Check, check, and check. And if he comes up, checkmate. No. Okay, now we're going to make a queen. He's going to have to sacrifice the knight for the pawn. Then we're going to win this pawn, and then we're going to win the game. Check. Take this out. Put this in. Shove this up. We can all just remove it. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that game. Let's have a game review. Let's have a game review. Let's see what the computer thought of my play in this game. And ooh, I just realized this is rather big here, so let's make this smaller. 87% accuracy. Did you expect anything less, to be honest? Did you really expect anything less? One blunder, one miss, and otherwise some brilliant chess. Okay, so one of the first, so up until here is all book, nothing to study here. All of these were pretty natural, normal-ish moves, maybe a mild inaccuracy here. But this was a miss. This was a miss. What could I have done instead? No, best move instead would have been up here. And the point of that, it's not clear. But anyway, whatever. We'll have to analyze it in a bit more detail if we really want to see this stuff. Yeah, it's just a bunch of blunders, isn't it? I mean, you guys must have been thinking I'm like a pro, but actually I'm not. First attack the knight. The bishop. Interesting. Huh. Have to say, sometimes these games can be a little bit complicated, a little bit difficult to understand, and you'll need a lot of time. This was a blunder, of course, because of that. But our winning was never in doubt. I hope you know this. I hope you know this, that once I put on the Ashwin charm, ain't nothing gonna stop me from winning. Right? Nothing. And look how we dominated this night. Look how we masterfully just, skewered him out, got our king in. It's just pro level. Look at that. It's satisfying to watch for you. For you. And look at the rating it gave me, 2400. Now, who thinks they can reach that level? Not you, but maybe someone out there.